Mr9351 here, and in today's video I have some really cool artwork to show you guys from the brand new Skylanders mobile game, Skylanders Ring of Heroes. While we still have no official release date for the actual final product, it was at one point rumored to be in August, and it may or may not still be happening in August or September. Some sources said September. We still don't really know the release date. But what we do have is a couple of new concept images from the prototyping artwork. Basically, it's concept art. That's what we have. We have concept art for Skylanders Ring of Heroes for both Chill and Pit Boss. And in my opinion, they actually look really, really awesome. I'm actually genuinely like impressed at what this looks like. So the first one that I'd like to take a look at is Chill, and I'll do a little bit of a breakdown for this artwork. So you can take this entire artwork in. Obviously, it's got a good bit of information, but we're going to be breaking it down like I just said. So obviously in that top corner right there, you see it says Skylanders Chill Early Concept Art. It's got her catchphrase, it's got her element, and then it has her species, and it says unknown. So we've never actually gotten someone talking about what the species of Chill was before. A lot of people have been like, there are no humans in Skylanders, but Chill looks an awful lot like a human. Well, it says unknown, so it looks like Chill's not a human, but we don't actually know what Chill is. Then it's got a little bit of a personality thing. This is a proud noble warrior of the Ice Kingdom. But then we go on to the actual artwork for Chill. Now the first one that I wanted to draw attention to is the one that is in the bottom left corner. This is another take on Chill that I've never seen before. The way her eyes are drawn, the way her armor is, it just looks very different from the original concept of Chill. And honestly, I think it looks really, really cool. It's a new little bit of a take on Chill that I've never seen before, and I really like that art style. Right above that though, we can see sort of a side shot of Chill's head, and then the tip of her ice spear. So you can see that they have done a lot of meticulous work actually designing the artwork for these guys. Before we jump into the full body models though, I did want to go and look at the stuff on the bottom. We get a nice little look at some just rough sketch art of both her javelin and her shield, and then right over to the right of it, we can actually see the more in-game model-ish versions of those weapons. We can see the shield and the javelin, weapon, sword, spear, whatever you want to call it. And then if we go right above that concept art, then we actually see the full body model of Chill herself, and it's just got a few little notes. I'll let you read what they say. It's kind of interesting that they actually refer to her as Cyber Knight-like, because that's never a parallel. I never would have thought about that, but I guess it is kind of cybernetic in a way, although it doesn't really look cybernetic, but I can kind of, I understand what they were going for there. So yeah, that's a breakdown of Chill, and yeah, so now let's jump over to Pit Boss. Alright, so if we go over to Pit Boss, then we get to see his early concept art. We'll go ahead and break down what's in the top left corner once again. It says, the scales of justice. Of course, that is his catchphrase. We've known that for a while. Element undead, species snake. Just your average snake. It's kind of what that sounds like. I don't think Pit Boss is just any normal snake, but I mean, hey, whatever. So then it says, has wisdom without bounds, loves snake-related words with S. This is kind of interesting. I guess that explains why his catchphrase is the scales of justice, but whatever. Anyway, alright, let's look at the bottom left corner's concept art. Man, y'all, man, I love this concept art. I really, really do. Even though it's not even in full color, I love this concept art, y'all. It's so great. Again, I don't know, it's just a little bit of a different design for Pit Boss than he normally had in the Skylander games, and I really like that. And then up to right above that, we see the side shot of his head again. It's a pretty nice looking thing. And if we go back down to the bottom, then we actually see a couple of little high detailed things. We see where they were going in and drawing up all the little details for Pit Boss's armor, and then we actually get to look at his little weapon. I don't actually know what type of weapon it's even considered. I guess it's some type of staff, but I mean, I don't particularly know, but either way, it looks like they put a great deal of detail onto it, and it actually looks a little bit different in the sketch on the bottom than what it does in the final version, which is much more true to his original design from Imaginators. And actually, the staff that he's holding in his hand in this piece of artwork actually looks like an almost direct copy of his figure model. It's a very true-to-life version of his staff. I really appreciate how true to the game they made it. I assume that the snake version, the other version that's down in the bottom right, is probably for his awakened form. I don't really know that, though. I mean, I imagine you can go and look back up what his awakened form looks like. I just don't remember right off the top of my head. You can see a few other little notes and annotated things on this concept art, but anyways, this all looks really cool in my opinion, and yeah. So they said on their Facebook page that this was just 2 of the 5 sketches that they had for their first little series of concept art. So hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more of this concept art as time goes on, as they said they wanted to help tide us over until the game actually officially releases. One thing I'll say is kind of interesting is I'm genuinely surprised that if the release is as far off as it is, if it's not going to end up being August, which again, we don't know that it's not going to be August, we just don't know when the actual release date is, then it's kind of interesting that they decided to do the beta when they did. I would have expected them to have done it closer to release or something like that, although maybe they wanted to do it far enough out that they still had time to make a lot of modifications until release. I don't really know. I actually saw on Facebook where one of the issues for why the beta was not available on mobile had to do with there were actually issues with the iOS version. So perhaps that's the reason why it could take a little bit longer. I don't really know the current state of release, but one thing you can be sure of is that as soon as we do know, I will be providing you guys with the latest updates on Skylanders Ring of Heroes release date information, and also more concept art and more breakdowns of all awesome stuff that the Ring of Heroes company Come To Us posts on their Facebook page. Anyways guys, that is all for now. Tell me down in the comments which of these 2 pieces of concept art you like better. Do you like the look of Chill, or do you like the look of Pit Boss better? Tell me that down in the comments. Anyways though, that's all for now. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to all my patrons on Patreon, especially Liam Corner, The Collector Creepypasta, and Portal Power TV. See you guys next time.